welcome to the Soul Society, a podcast. This is our intro episode where we tell you a little about who we are and what to expect, and you can get to know us, and hopefully eventually we can get to know you. This episode is, I just heard, not for the faint of heart. That should be fun. This is why it's a test. Spirit's going to interject. This episode is not for the faint of heart.
Wow.
And that's what happens when you hear dead people. They interject at all fun times.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Hello, you kindred spirits. My name is Angela. I'm a psychic medium. And this is a Soul Society, the podcast. With me today is...
I'm Jenny. I'm an Akashic Records practitioner.
Fantastic. Hi, Jenny.
Hi,
we are
Angie.
here today. You're just so sweet. Okay. We are here today to introduce ourselves and this wonderful, crazy, off-the-wall podcast we are beginning here. I'm going to start today by just telling you a little bit about who we are, what we're going to do, and why we even considered doing this. So the Soul Society is actually what I call myself and my community that I am personally building. Started it in about 2022, so it's been a few years, about the same time that I started doing professional psychic medium readings. I have spent my life looking for a community of kind, like-minded people who are open-minded enough to go and talk about these really crazy metaphysical and paranormal things and just have fun. So for me, the Soul Society is a space for me and people like me to really have fun engaging in the curiosity of the world and the fun type relationships with the spirit world, and not focus so much on the scary stuff that's often out there when it comes to the paranormal, because that's definitely not what I'm about. I like to say that the Soul Society, I called it that because it takes all of us in this world, living in spirit alike, to make the needed differences. So I am creating a society of souls, both in body and out, that are here to be a part of something bigger than that. And along the way, I met this beautiful woman named Jenny, and we are here today. I make her blush. It's fun. And we are here today to start the podcast that we decided we both wanted to be a part of. So welcome to the show, where a psychic medium and Akashic Records practitioner pull up a cosmic couch, pour a cup of something enchanted, and dive into all things paranormal and metaphysical. From ghostly gossip and past life plot twists to intuitive awakenings and cosmic weirdness, nothing is off limits. If you love laughing while learning about the mysteries of the universe, you've just found your new favorite podcast. And in fact, this is now mine. So there we go.
I love that.
Good. I'm glad. Because you're a part of it.
Spoken like a podcaster.
Right?
That was impressive. Very impressive.
So when it comes to our podcast, I have a fair warning here. The only thing we take seriously is our effect on the world. My favorite part about Jenny and I both is how seriously we do want to make a difference. So we take our responsibilities of our abilities very seriously. However, we also make fun of it quite regularly, because that's just part of these things. If you can't learn to make fun of your spirituality, it's just not fun. And Spirit just keeps telling me over and over again, it's supposed to be fun, Angie, make it fun. So here we are to make this fun. On our podcast, we'll cover things like metaphysical topics, so spirituality, energy healing, spirit messages, Akashic records, divination, anything that comes to mind. And I'm going to teach Jenny the paranormal side of things that she's not quite as familiar with, because I'm a nerd and I like to do paranormal investigations, so ghost hunting. Haunted places, cryptids, aliens, whatever comes to mind that week, just to see her response. We will bring in some of my friends as people to interview, talk about some of these things, and just have fun along the way. Is there anything you want to add to that, Jenny?
Nothing. I have nothing to add. That was wonderful. I want to listen to everything you just said.
Good. We're both going to be talking and listening at exactly the same time. So this is as new to us as it is to you, and we have no clue what's going to happen, just like you don't either. We'll be figuring out as we go.
Right.
which I guess is a part of life. Jenny, why don't we start by letting you talk about your magical abilities there, how you became an Akashic Records practitioner, who you are, whatever you want to share.
Thank you, Angie. Okay. As we've mentioned, I'm an Akashic Records practitioner. I was certified in 24. I love working with people who are seeking more love, peace, and clarity in their lives. I guide them using their records to shift their state of being to align with love, peace, clarity, whatever they're trying to bring up more of into their lives. I also have a TikTok channel. Currently, I am working through the seasons. So I've done Summer of Love, I've done Fall Colors, and now I am on week 11 of Winter Wonderland. So I'll pick a card at the beginning of the week based on the season and the week we're in. I will then do a reading and upload those videos throughout the week.
And this week is?
Great question. This week, oh my gosh. First of all, two cards jumped out. Healing Energy and Composure jumped out.
Okay.
And then the card was Clear, Cancel, and Release.
I figured it had to be interesting because you had 3 and you don't usually do 3.
I know, and they jumped out, and I haven't uploaded the video today, but it's so much information and need to try to get it all out. It's so hard.
Well, I'm watching for them, so
yes,
you know.
Good.
Do watch. I watch. It's fun. Okay.
Yes.
What else you got for us?
I am a wife. I am a mother of 3 daughters. I would describe myself as maybe a wanderer. I'm a very curious person, and I see my soul's purpose as spreading love. It's just that simple. I want to spread more love and light in the world, and wherever and whomever and however that happens, I'll go.
That's perfect, because knowing you, it exudes from you. I can't miss it. And one day I will see you pissed off and it will confuse me. But for now.
And believe me, I get pissed off, and then I have to recenter myself the next morning and realign. So all of those things
all a part of being human.
Yes, and I welcome them all. But I try hard to set my intention every morning, sit in that space, and then hope for the best.
That is, I think, a fantastic way to look at it. Absolutely.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. All right, cool. My turn. Hello, people.
Hello, Angie.
I'm glad someone talks back. Usually the voices talking back to me are in my head.
Mm-hmm.
It is fun, but it's not always as fun because sometimes they just sound like me even though they're not me. So, yes, I am Angie. As I just mentioned, I'm a psychic medium. I do hear voices. I also see people. I also smell things and feel things and all of the senses quite a bit of the time. I like to explain it as though I've been walking the line between the spirit world and the real world of the living for my entire life. Many of us, we all start psychic, right? We are born into this world still connected to that one in many ways. When I was younger, I experienced some things that made me feel unsafe with humans. Started kind of internally looking for where I did feel safe and discovered that spiritual world is where I felt safe. I felt love from them. I felt peace. I felt protected. They were often very sassy and funny, and I really enjoyed that. So they essentially became my friends and my teachers as I grew up. I was always that shy kid, that one that everyone just kind of looked at as weird. Because of that, I mean, they didn't know that I was sitting there holding entire conversations with people who had died many, many years ago, right? So internally, my world is big and vast, and it's huge and beautiful, and so many things happen that sometimes I even lose track of what goes on in there. Externally, I am Angie. This is who I am in this life. Short, sassy, short and sassy. That about sums me up. No, I'm also very much a kind person, according to my friends.
A
I
very
am
good
a
friend.
teacher. I am a teacher in many ways. I love collecting stories. I love sharing stories and knowledge with people. I always have. Um, I've done all sorts of things in this world. I do the paranormal investigations. I've worked at Disney. I have I play for fun. I travel. I recently went on a road trip, literally from Wisconsin to Las Vegas on my own. I thought it was fantastic. So I love doing and experiencing anything and everything that I can. When it comes to my psychic readings, I will admit I am not for everybody. I am a truth teller, which means that it is more important to me that you hear what you need to hear than that you hear what you want to hear. So you never know what's going to happen, but you can pretty much guarantee we're going to laugh along the way. I consider it a good reading if I can get someone to cry, not because I'm mean. Well, sometimes maybe, but no, because I know that if I get someone to cry, it is because I'm hitting the right things that they need to hear. Right. I have a website, thesoulsociety.net. Feel free to check it out. That's where I will be doing a lot of the memberships of these as I get those set up. I am presently working on big ideas, but of course, that does take time and energy. And I unfortunately actually do have a day job for now. So, hey, if you guys want to donate or help out with that, eventually we'll make this full time. I think that about sums it up for me. Jenny, my friend, what is your favorite part of being an Akashic record practitioner?
I think my favorite part is seeing people's shifts.
Yeah.
Those moments where they feel the shift and you can see it. I love those moments. I love being able to, I can feel their empowered presence.
Mm-hmm.
And I wish I could explain to people how powerful they really truly are. Were there moments in your childhood where you did deliver messages?
For me, that is a semi loaded question.
Right.
So, to truly get into me, I was psychic medium raised in the Southern Baptist world. So, it was very much frowned upon. When I was really young, there was a lot of things that came out that I would say or do that people definitely questioned and looked weird at. I officially started telling people that I was psychic in my mid 20s. At that point, I did give readings, I would give messages, I would give things that came across. I had a lot of experiences of learning the right way to give readings, the right way to give messages, times to keep your mouth shut, right? Just living as a psychic medium, you learn those things the hard way, unfortunately. It's very different to try and give readings for people outside of like the spirituality world versus sitting in a store where people know what they're coming for and they know what
Yes.
they're doing.
Yes.
So my experiences of doing so weren't necessarily the best, but as with anything else, the more you do it, the easier it becomes, the better you get at it. And now I look at my life and I couldn't imagine there being a time where I don't do this.
Right.
Who was the first person you did a reading on? Not that you can tell about the person, but what can you
No,
tell me about that experience?
that's a great question. As part of my certification, we had to submit readings on people we read for as well as ourselves. So officially, one of my classmates was the first time I did a reading on someone. And can I tell you how it was so nerve-wracking
I bet.
and so rewarding at the same time because you're sitting, like you mentioned, with a supportive group. We are all there for that same reason. We all know we've had gifts, but we were never quite sure how they were speaking to us, how we were supposed to use them. So it was cool to use gifts you've always known you had and have a pathway to use them with a supportive group. And I just remember how you felt like you were exactly where you were meant to be.
Yes,
And
that is
it
how
was
I
such a
feel.
good feeling.
Mhm.
And with every reading, you learn something new.
Mhm.
You see something new, you feel something new. And the more I've cleared up my field, the easier I understand the information coming in.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the more I come at it from love and fun, the easier it comes through,
Yes. Yeah.
right? The biggest struggle for me is when I try to overthink or if I try to
Um,
people please in a reading,
yeah.
it breaks.
No.
So it just come in with this, you know what, whatever the heck happens, happens, and there it
Yeah.
is. And
Yeah.
those are usually the best readings.
I think the hardest moments for me are setting aside my ego, setting aside feeling uncomfortable and knowing that's okay.
Yeah.
And when you do that, the reading's going to become easier. So
Yeah.
it's pretty easy to understand the cause and effect to that.
Yes. Yes.
But it's still not easy, right? There's still
Right.
part of me every time I sit with someone, I feel those nerves
Hmm.
rising
Of
up.
course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But pretty quickly after I start talking with them and I do the opening prayer to open their records, it pretty quickly now shifts.
Good. That's
Yes.
good. A
Yeah.
lot easier than it was when you started.
Yes. A lot
Good.
easier. Yeah. And you start to see where your skills lie the more you do too. Like
Hmm.
you understand when it is big information, it does take a lot longer to come through.
Yeah.
And I've recognized writing it down helps. Like, so as I know my skills better, I can then work with them better.
I like it.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I think for me, the hardest part or the hardest messages I have to give is sometimes psychic readings become essentially therapy sessions
Mhm.
where the level of grief or the stories that they tell of what brought them there are heavy. And
Yeah.
we have these moments that are fantastic because they usually end up with forgiveness and release and all of these beautiful things. But to get there, you have to go weed through the pain again.
Yeah.
And I've gotten very good at just sitting with people and letting them do that, being there with them. But it can be emotionally taxing sometimes. It is also very rewarding knowing that
Yeah.
I've been there to help them with that and that they were able to move through those things and they didn't have to do it alone.
Mhm. Yeah.
So I think that's kind of cool.
That's really nice. Really
Yeah.
nice. Yeah.
There was something I was going to ask.
I thought for a second you had like someone was yelling a message. You had a look on your
I
face like,
was I
"Who's-"
think yes. Well, I was keeping this is the keep the cat away from the computer game. And then there was also they've been in and out of my head for the past few minutes. So yes, there's lots of fun stuff coming through right now. Spirit says hello too. Spirit team I play with is well, they're like all of them. I don't even know how to describe them. Like I want to be able to be like, "Hi, my spirit team is this." But they also don't really care about a name. I don't really want to name them.
Um,
They're just spirit. It's all of
yeah.
them. It's all of them.
I think it's a great intro.
All right. So then
Yeah.
let's end this out. Do you want to say stop recording at the end of it?
Stop recording.
Not yet.
Please stop recording.
Not yet, but you keep that for as soon as I'm done with this part, okay?
I can say it many ways.
All right, guys. So this has been our very first episode. Thank you so much for joining us. don't know when you'll find this, but eventually you will. We are really glad to meet you. We look forward to having you a part of the society and the team. And yeah, we plan to have a lot of fun along the way. Please do all of the things that you have to do, like subscribe, click the buttons. I don't think I even know half of them, but please do them because we would like to make this an actual real podcast and reach people and teach them things and build up this community. Um, Check out Jenny on TikTok. Check out my website. If you'd like a reading, you can book one there. And yeah, I think that's about it. What do you think, Jenny?
I think all good. We can probably stop recording.
Sounds good. Have a great day, guys.
Oh.